Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Blackforex coming to you with another market analysis currency breakdown. We are going to be looking at the NZDUSD, also known as the Kiwi USD. But before we get started to break down this chart and this Forex pair, we have to state that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice, but we all know why you guys are here. You guys are here to find good, credible Forex content that can help improve your ability as a trader and to help put some extra money in your pocket. Okay. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and break down this chart and this Forex pair. So, those of you who've been watching our videos for some time knows that before we dive into the technical analysis, we're going to do the fundamental analysis of what is happening with each respective currency. Okay. So, let us start off with the with the Kiwi, which is known as the NZD. Okay, so the Kiwi actually comes into this week as one of our weaker currencies. But we did get some mixed news on the Kiwi that came out on April 20th. We got some mixed CPI news, and based off that CPI news, we can base, even though the news was mixed, we can basically say that this news shows us off these numbers that inflation is growing in New Zealand, and that inflationary crowd is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so the New Zealand economy has been suffering from inflation that's related to gas prices and geopolitics around the world, because basically the entire world is covered by the dark cloud of inflation. So all of the seven major currencies that we trade, each of the economies are suffering from inflation. Okay, the thing about it is reasons why it's starting to hit them a lot worse because at the beginning of the year, when the inflation started to come about, the New Zealand government had exhausted all its means to try to combat inflation and keep its economy afloat. And now, when inflation started growing anymore, they don't really have any more tricks in their bag that they can do to try to keep it at bay. So now the inflation just has to run its course. Okay. So if we get any positive news about the NZD, we will have periodic temporary strengthening of it. But for the long term or into the for the long term or for the foreseeable future, it is going to continue to be one of our weaker currencies. Okay. Now with the USD actually comes into this week as one of our stronger currencies. But at the just at the opening of the New York session, today around 10 a.m. We did get some very negative news. We did get some negative news about the USD. This negative news slowed down the traction of the USD gaining its strength. So this negative news does not make the USD weak. It just makes the strength that it's been gaining slowed down. So it's going to make it act and perform as it's weak, but it is going to be one of our stronger currencies for the long term. Its weakness is only going to be short and temporary. Okay. So with that being said, this is prime recipe for retracement, what we're seeing here on the charts. Okay. So we're going to see, now let's get into the technical analysis. We're going to see retracement come. How far can retracement come? We can get to here, here, or basically even here before we start to see some ranging and another drop down in price and continue to go towards the short position. Okay. Now remember, any uptake in price that you see is going to be for the short to intermediate term, and it's going to take a very long time. But then once it starts to go back into the fundamental direction of the downtrend, those drops of price are going to come in very, very, very aggressively. Okay. So once again, we're going to retrace up to as far as here, this area here, this area here, or this area here. That's for the short to intermediate. So for short to intermediate, the buying or the long position would be the more ideal position to take. But then we're going to see it go back into its fundamental direction, and it's going to be very aggressive. Okay, so for the long term, it is good for shorts or sales, but for the short to intermediate, it is going to be good for buys. Now, if we start getting to this area here, that means the retracement is just aggressive. It does not mean it is total price turnover. Okay. So, with that said, we invite you guys to subscribe to our channel and to like and share our content. Subscribing to our channel will allow you to get notifications every time we drop new Forex content so you don't miss out on it. Also, liking and sharing allows our content to get pushed further out there into YouTube, so we can continue to grow our community of profitable traders. Because our goal is to grow a community of profitable traders. Now, lastly, if you guys have any charts that you want broken down, please reach out to us and let us know. Okay, if you want stocks, crypto, metals, oil, futures, other Forex pairs, okay? If you want any charts broken down in market analysis from any of these other commodities, please let us know. You can reach out to us one of three ways. First way would be by commenting on the video that you've watched, or you can reach out to us via our email or via our various social media sites our various social media pages that we do have links to those pages and the email listed in every description of every video, okay? Please reach out to us for what charts and markets that you want broken down so we can best accommodate and serve you. Okay? Now, with that being said, happy trading.